this guy, I will admit, like, I like this guy. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Bitcoin, but I like his optimism. I like how he's, you know, optimistic about just cryptocurrency in general. I generally do like this guy. So I was so shocked to see he actually tweeted about both Ripple and XRP. So he says, someone just introduced me to the Ripple XRP team because Brad Garlinghouse will be in New York City this week. Should I record an episode of Off the Chain with him? If so, what should I ask him? The tweet blows up. And, like, yeah, the interview is going to be happening. So, what we actually have here is, so Michael Arrington says on September 29th, he says that Brad told me he is looking forward to being on the Anthony Pompiliano podcast. So, we're going to be seeing the guy who is running XRP ledger integration into financial institutions talking with the Bitcoin maximalists. And, guys, dude, you know what I'm really hoping about? Do you know what I'm really hoping? That this podcast goes so well that not only Pomp, but his, like, followers that are Bitcoin maximalists, they're going like, wow, yeah, XRP is kind of cool. Yeah, it is pretty cool now that I think about it. Seems like it's got a lot of upside potential because, guys, like, this is an interview with, like, the freaking #1 Bitcoin cheerleader is going to be interviewing the Ripple CEO. So, I'm just saying. And then Pomp's going like, oh, Brad's looking forward to it. And like this guy says, Pomp, please don't give a platform to shitcoiners. But no, seriously, I mean, like, are these live? I've never listened to it on Off the Chain podcast. Are these live? Because you're getting #1 Bitcoin cheerleader and like the guy that is running XRP into these banks and financial institutions on the same podcast. And what if Pomp starts going like, wow, that actually sounds really interesting. I did not know that. Oh wow, I did not know that, you know, this, and this, and, you know, all 3 products integrated with XRP. And then what if Brad, oh my God, what if Brad really has the balls to like release something new that hasn't been released yet? I mean, interesting stuff. So Caleb's dog says, not definitive yet though, right? Well, Michael Arrington says, Brad told me, and again, this guy, Michael Arrington, leads the Arrington XRP Capital, which is like a freaking hedge fund about XRP, which is pretty awesome. So this guy said, Brad told me he is looking forward to being on the Pompiliano podcast. So I think it's a done deal. And the thing is Off the Chain, does he like pre-record then post, or does he like stream live and then archives the live, which is a pre-record? Notorious! Thanks so much for the 5, man. Keep it up, dude. Notorious, we're going to keep going, man. We're going to keep going, that's for sure. And Jana, Brad in New York, R3 in New York 2 in 3 days. Ah. Interested in supply chain innovation through the growing adoption of smart legal contracts? Join R3 and Klaus HQ in New York for our joint event at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, October 2nd. Definitely interesting. Okay. So, yeah, let me see Off the Chain podcast. Yes, like, how does this work? Like, is it a recent episodes? Okay. How long are these things typically? It doesn't say it. Okay. Podcast, because hopefully he says like, hey, upcoming Brad Garlinghouse this time, etc., you know? All right, so I imagine when like it, you know, it is going to happen. I mean, I imagine we're gonna get a tweet about it from. So Okay. Yeah, because I'm really hoping these are live, but I don't think they are. But I mean, you know what? Hey guys, worst case scenario, if it is a pre-recording, then what we can do is just like, hey, once the pre-recording's published, we'll have a stream where we group up together, chat for like 10 minutes, and then we'll listen to the pre-recording, through the stream. So we could whether or not it's pre-recording or live, we'll cover on this channel, right? So I think that's pretty cool.